everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today I'm just going to be throwing some soup together in my pressure cooker. If you've got an Instapot, you can do it like this, or you can put it in your crock pot. You can put it in your crock pot and cook it slower, or even put it on your stove eye. First of all, I'm going to be putting some Rotel in. This is a 28 ounce container, and it's just what I've got, okay? I've not planned for this recipe. We needed something quickly for supper, and that's why I'm throwing this together. I had about a half a can of black beans that had been rinsed and drained, and I had them in the freezer that I needed to use, so I'm just going to tear that bag or cut it or something to get it out of there. Okay. I'm going to dump these. Like I said, there's about more than a half a can. And that can would have probably been a 15 ounce. So if you want to put a 15 ounce can in there, you can. And then of black beans, rinsed and drained. I'm going to put, let me look at the ounces on this. There is 11 ounce can of steamed crisp. This is Mexicorn. You can use a bigger one, whatever you've got. See, that Mexicorn has some red peppers and some little, it's got some little whole kernel corn, red and green bell peppers in it. So if you just got plain corn, throw you some green and red bell peppers in there, or you don't have to put any of them. And I'm gonna put a little 4 ounce can of green chilies because we like a little bit of heat. A little bit of heat. Sorry, spoon, I will get you up in a minute. When you get me close to supper time and say it's time to cook, I need to get with it, okay? Now, I'm going to put 1 pound of, this is rotisserie chicken that has been already chipped off or shredded off. You get it at the supermarket like this. Let me get my little, hey, Ruby. I'm going to put the whole thing in there. And this one is called the chicken fajita. Chicken fajita seasoned one, okay? So, I'm tickled to get that. And when this cooks in the pressure cooker, it will definitely cause that chicken to come apart a little bit more, okay? We're making a soup, if you haven't figured this out. I'm going to put in about, let's see, I have to eyeball it. This is chicken broth, okay? I'm going to put in the whole 4 cups. 1 whole 4 cups of chicken broth. I'll save this little box and it will go into the fire to build a fire, okay? All of these things right here will be burned because we're in the winter. We've had a bad storm, and that's why we are trying to cook up something that will do a couple of days. Missed one of my chilies there. Now, I've got a, wrong, but I can use it. I've got 1 8 ounce thing of cream cheese. I'm just going to cut that right down the center and in little pieces. And I'm going to pop that in there. This is, you know, I couldn't get groceries. So this is just what I've got in my house. I've not looked at a recipe. I've not looked at my recipe. I'm just looking at what I've got. This is homemade taco seasoning. There's 1 tablespoon. 2 heaping tablespoons. I'm going to stir this up and I'm going to taste it just for the seasoning. Ruby here's Papa working in the basement and she's got to make some noise. She's got, what is he doing? Now I'm going to get this big old spoon, a serving spoon. It's got a little bit of heat to it. Pop's gonna like that little bit of heat, not a whole lot. You know, we're not crazy. Can't think of anything else that I want to put in there. If you Ruby, if you don't have the homemade type at home, then use 1 packet of taco seasoning. 1 packet of store-bought taco seasoning. I don't think you're going to have to add any salt or anything like that. You're getting a little bit in your seasoning, probably, and you're getting some in your corn and your processed things that you had in a can, okay? There's a little bit of sodium in those. So I think that's all we need to put in there right now. If I think of anything else, I'll pop back on. But I'm gonna pop this in my cooker. It's already plugged up over here. I'm gonna pop it in there, and I'm probably gonna put it on about 30 minutes, and we'll stir it up real good and see what we've got, okay? I left out one thing. I just was looking through the freezer. I've got some frozen bell peppers, red, yellow, green, already sliced. I'm just going to chop. These are frozen. If I can get them to. I'm going to chop these up a little bit. Put them in there. Ouch. Well, I got my finger a little bit. Well, I got my fingernail. Okay. One more right there. We like peppers. Oh, I know one thing I forgot too. An onion. So I'm going to get my onion. I had a small one. I had a real small one. I cut up half of it. Now, that's all I need. That's all I think I need. Now, you adjust the seasoning to your liking. Okay? This will make a good soup. Pop that in there and get my lid on. And I'm going to put it on seal. Hang on a minute. And put it on seal. And put it on 30. I put it on about 35 minutes. And we'll be back, okay? And we'll have us some taco type soup. Okay. Looky here. I'm gonna get me a little bite. Got Pops already here. That's the kind of crackers he likes. He likes the Ritz crackers. I've tried different ones and that's his favorite. So let's get us a little bite here. This is going to be really hot. It just came out of the pressure cooker. While that's, I'll get me a little bite here and let it just cool down a little bit. I'm going to tell you, you can fix this in the slow cooker. You can fix it in the pressure in your slow cooker and your crock pot. Just put it on early. If you can just throw in 2 or 3 chicken breasts in the bottom, add everything else on top of it and let it cook like that, and then remove your chicken and shred it. You can do it like that. You can just do like I did it in the pressure cooker because I didn't have a lot of time, and I cooked it about 30 minutes and got some good taco chicken soup here. And this will do us for a day or two. This will be hearty in these cold, snowy. They're telling us on the 6 o'clock news tonight, they were saying tomorrow night maybe turning into rain and more snow. So please say a little prayer for us, okay? I'm going to try this. If you're doing yours in an Instapot, just read your directions, because if your chicken's already cooked, like mine was, that was rotisserie chicken. If that's already cooked, then you don't have to cook it very long. You're just waiting on all those flavors just to marry together and to come together and taste really good. Now you could take some Doritos and crush them up on this. Well, see, that's not in my diet. But you could crush up some Doritos or crush up some let's see, what else was it I was thinking? Oh, Fritos. Oh, I love Fritos corn chips. You could crush those up on top if you wanted to. Or just have crackers like we're going to. We're eating what we have in our house. So good. If you want to, you can throw some, I've got the black beans that was frozen in my freezer. But if you want to throw in some pinto beans or whatever you want, serve this with some refried beans, with some salsa and some chips. But we're just doing a basic thing tonight. But you can serve this with sour cream and just all kinds of good things you can throw on there. Make you a little salad to go with it. Just whatever sounds good to you. Well, listen, I'm going to go. Just want y'all to know that I love y'all. I appreciate you watching. And this video might be a little late today because, you know, I'm going to do it tomorrow, but it might be a little late because Willow is sick and she's snowed in at her house. So Nan's going to try to get the videos up and going. They may run a little late, and I'm sorry about that, okay? But I will get videos out for y'all. I love yous, and remember how much the good Lord loves you. Don't forget that today. Put your trust in Him, young'uns. He always provides. You know, I mean, I couldn't get to the grocery store, but He always provides. I love y'all. See you next time, okay? Stay warm and safe. Bye-bye.